The future changes over the next 50 to 500 years. We have made more progress in the last 100 years than all the previous times put together, culminating into the age of internet, smartphones, and AI. Also, look at some of the demeaning practices and the horrible conditions of the recent past that we have overcome. First, slavery. Blacks were once enslaved by whites in America. Second, colonialism. India, Indonesia, Algeria, Australia, and even America were once ruled as colonies of European powers. Third, untouchability. Human beings were treated as untouchables. Fourth, child widows. Young girls, on becoming widows, were forced to remain widows for life. Fifth, high pregnancy and mortality rates. It was common for women to endure the ordeal of 10 or more pregnancies and to suffer from the high mortality rates among both mothers and children. We have virtually wiped out all such practices and conditions today. We live in a better world today, largely because of science and the growth of scientific temper. Based on this, I envision the following changes in the next 50 to 500 years. First, energy tapped from natural sources will be available to us just like air. Second, humans will be flying like birds with the help of advanced gadgets. Third, clothing outfit will provide comfortable temperature, pressure, and humidity to the body in any weather, anywhere. Fourth, education will come to mean self-learning, asking, questioning, and never believing blindly merely because it is said by someone or it is there in some book. After basic schooling, young people will directly enter productive work, where on the job training and lifelong learning will shape both individual growth and society at large. Fifth, the deepest mysteries of nature and even the creation of life itself would be uncovered. This understanding will bring profound changes. Just as smallpox vanished through vaccination and Shitala Mata temples gradually disappeared, the concept of God as we see today will fade, to be replaced by a deeper universal reverence for nature itself. Sixth, Dharma, liberated from the grasp of power and politics, will shine as a pure universal light of truth and love. Religions or sampradaya will have their unique place, but the nameless Dharma alone will belong to all humanity, guiding it towards harmony and a higher consciousness. Seventh, happiness will replace money as the primary goal of life. The pricing of goods and services will adopt something like an XYZ structure. X production price, Y fair price, Z fair price plus a contribution. People will choose X, Y, or Z depending on their means and their appreciation of the goods and services. Eighth, justice. The cornerstone of a sane society will be swift, simple, and humane. Punishment as an end in itself will give way to creative and productive discipline, work that reforms the individual while simultaneously uplifting society as a whole. Ninth, philosophers and scientists will guide the affairs of governance in place of the conventional politicians of today. 10th, a global government with a unified military will emerge. Individual nations would maintain only police forces, much like the states within a country today. In this new order, the individual will transcend the national boundaries and belong to the world as a global citizen. Can there be stability in the world in light of the many troubling developments we see today? Yes. When world leaders visit India, many of them go to Rajghat to pay their respects to Gandhi. Why? Because they perhaps deep down in their hearts sense that here is a man who offers an answer to the meaningless missiles and mass murders that continue to plague our world today. Therein lies the future, not in a more powerful atom bomb, but in the atom bomb, the power of the human soul.